I'm Macy Eglund. Today, the U.S. Secretary of Education will be on Long Island over the mascot ban. Linda McMahon will be at Massapequa High School to talk about the investigation into the state's ban on Native American imagery in public schools. Massapequa is one of 4 local districts that have taken legal action to keep their names. Former NYPD Commissioner Bernard Carrick has died. Carrick served as commissioner during 9/11. In 2010, he pleaded guilty to federal tax fraud. He was pardoned by President Trump in 2020. Carrick passed away yesterday after an unspecified private battle with illness. He was 69. No injuries after smoke and flames filled a home in Shirley. It happened yesterday evening here on Birch Hollow Drive. No word yet what sparked that fire. Dozens of developers were on the island hoping to take on the MacArthur Airport expansion project. The goal is to create an upgraded terminal to accommodate additional flights and connect the airport to the Ronkonkoma train station.
But as far as I'm concerned, this is a project of regional significance for the entire island.
Construction is slated to begin in 2027. Only a Newsday, the Cheesecake Factory is coming to Green Acres Mall. It's being built where Kohl's once was. The restaurant is expected to open in Valley Stream late next year. A Lululemon pop-up opens at the Smith Haven Mall today. The grand opening event in Lake Grove offers free outdoor workouts that run through Sunday. Let's take a look at your Friday forecast. It is a cloudy start to your weekend. We have some more rain on the way. Right now, though, gray, a little foggy this morning at Conscience Point Marina in Southampton. Highs today in the 60s, maybe the 70s across Long Island. We do have a bit of a breeze. We're dry for most of the day and night, but that rain moves in late. We could see a thunderstorm. The rain hanging around, as you see on your futurecast there, through early tomorrow morning. We get one really nice day this weekend, and that's Sunday. Mostly sunny, highs in the upper 60s, 70s to start the first week of June. And look at Wednesday, highs close to 80 degrees.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
The state attorney general's office filed a motion to stop the eviction of a Hamptons family that says they're being scammed out of their home. Virginia Huey has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
Owning a home is the American dream.
Having a house in this country has been our dream. Thank God. Very few of us can achieve it. So it was a dream. We wanted to build something for our children.
But for Juan Amon of East Hampton, that dream became a nightmare after he says he fell victim to deed fraud. The realization hit home last summer when a stranger knocked on the door.
My son opened the door. And they told him that we had to leave.
Amon, who is from Ecuador, says he bought the Victorian-style house for $800,000 in 2020 from property investor Michael O'Sullivan of Hampton Dream Properties. Since then, Amon says he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars more on renovations, but now the family faces the prospect of eviction.
My heart hurts all the time.
Amon and his wife Bertha Younga are among at least 10 Latino families suing O'Sullivan and his company. The homeowners allege O'Sullivan defrauded them by selling them homes that were in foreclosure while falsely representing the status of the properties.
This has stuck out to several attorneys who are in this space of helping homeowners who are at risk of losing their homes, just because of how many families are coming forward and saying this same individual, this same company sold them a home and the deal wasn't as they thought it would be.
Mauricio Ocampo and Diana Ramirez are also taking O'Sullivan to court.
This has completely destroyed our lives.
The couple did not want to show their faces. They say they bought this house from O'Sullivan in East Hampton for $250,000 in 2014.
The house didn't have air conditioning or heating, and it didn't have a lawn either. It was in a bad shape, so we did everything here. We rebuilt everything.
What the couple didn't know at the time was the Bank of New York Mellon started foreclosure proceedings on the property in 2016 against the previous owners. For the last 10 years, the couple says they feared losing their home at any moment. Amon and Ocampo reached out to Ola of Eastern Long Island for help. The Latino advocacy group says they're now helping several other alleged victims whose struggles go beyond financial losses.
They were sick, they were unhealthy, they were really not doing well with mental health either. They were so petrified that anyone they spoke to, that he would have the power over them.
The case has caught the attention of State Attorney General Letitia James's office, which has launched an investigation into O'Sullivan and Hampton Dream Properties.
Frankly, I really feel that the reason why it's finally getting attention is because they finally came to a Hispanic Bar Association and found Latino lawyers who understand their culture.
Using a 2023 law designed to combat deed fraud, the AG's office also requested that the state Supreme Court pause the eviction proceedings against Amon. A spokesperson for James declined to comment while there's an ongoing investigation. O'Sullivan's attorney David Besso says his client denies wrongdoing, telling Newsday Mr. O'Sullivan did not commit any fraud against anybody. For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
You can read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Only in Newsday, the town of Hempstead is reversing a decision involving 80,000 school bus camera tickets. Newsday investigative reporter Peyton Guyan explains.
We reported in January that the town of Hempstead had issued something like 80,000 school bus camera tickets in 4 school districts that never agreed to participate in the program. And both state law and local law require school district participation before any tickets can be issued. At the time, town officials demanded that Bus Patrol, the company that runs the program, either refund or dismiss any tickets issued improperly in these 4 school districts. And those districts are Baldwin, Hempstead, Lawrence, and Valley Stream 13. But we hadn't heard anything in the months since then. Then recently we got a statement from the town attorney saying that Bus Patrol had determined that these tickets were properly issued. And so now the big question is, what happens to these tickets that were supposed to be refunded or dismissed, and is anything going to happen? We're going to keep pressing town officials on this because it does seem likely that some of those 80,000 tickets were improperly issued. Attorneys have told us there are big questions about that, but the town has not really answered our questions about whether this finding by Bus Patrol that these tickets were legit, what that means for any kind of refunds, any kind of dismissals, and so we're just going to keep pressing them on that.
Read more about the tickets on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. All right, they're not done yet. The Knicks are still alive after a big win over the Pacers with their backs now against the wall. Jamie Stewart was at the Garden. He has what's next.
Down 3-1, the Knicks had a choice to make Thursday night, give their fans a reason to believe or pack their bags and head home. Well, the Knicks are packing their bags and they're heading to Indiana for Game 6 Saturday night. The Knicks dominating the Pacers in Game 5, 111-94. It's a game in which they never trailed. Jalen Brunson led the way with 32 and Karl Anthony Towns, battling through a left knee contusion, had 24.
This team's special. This team is special, and with the series, we haven't been able to close out games the way we wanted to. We haven't been able to show how special we are. We've had, moments of brilliance, but we haven't had games of brilliance. And I think tonight was a good testament to, when we're locked in playing for 48 minutes, we could show the world how special we really are.
I think we paid attention to detail better as a team, and the little things go a long way. And so, and we pay attention to the minute things and things that just don't seem like a huge deal. They really do help.
So it's now a 3-2 series lead with the Knicks once again facing elimination this Saturday night. But is the pressure suddenly on the Pacers to close the Knicks out? Here's Newsday's Steve Popper.
The Knicks had all the answers tonight with their backs to the wall. Came out right from the start. Jalen Brunson set the tone, scoring the first 6 points, 12 points in the first 5.5 minutes, and really had the whole Garden rocking. Now, can they repeat that? The sort of effort they gave here at the Garden when they go to Indiana, try and keep the season alive. That's the big thing. You win one game in Indiana, and they've been great on the road, 6-2 so far in the postseason. you come back to Madison Square Garden and take your chances in a Game 7. That's the goal right now, but they have to come out with the sort of effort they did start to finish in Game 5.
So the stage is set for Saturday night. A Knicks loss and the season is over. A Knicks win and it's right back here at Madison Square Garden Monday night for Game 7 with a trip to the NBA Finals on the line. For Newsday TV, I'm Jamie Stewart.
Read the latest on the Knicks on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Sarah Sounds Off is brought to you by Roll Up Awnings.
In high school sports this week, Sarah sounds off with star lacrosse goalie Maya Soskin from Cold Spring Harbor.
First of all, to be a goalkeeper, you got to be a little crazy. It's not an easy position. Why a keeper and not defender or attack?
Well, I feel like one of the obvious answers is the running is a lot less. But no, I think seriously, when I first started it, I think just knowing that, like you said, you got to be a little crazy, and it might sound crazy when I say this, but getting in there and facing those shots coming at you, it's scary, and it gives you like an adrenaline rush, and it's something that was just so different from any other sport.
I see you wearing...
You can watch this week's episode with Newsday High School sports editor Greg Sarah, streaming now on Newsday.com. Just click that Get More link below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by Sarant Cadillac.
What was old is now brand new. I cannot believe this transformation.
Do you believe that this is Mill Pond House?
No.
I know. The building was from 1909, and it's been various restaurants throughout the years, and it's now Mill Pond Steak and Seafood.
Did you get us a table?
Of course, outside.
All right, let's go.
So, isn't this incredible out here?
What a beautiful view. So we're getting like a first taste of this new menu. So what did you order for us?
So this is my jam here. They have 3 amazing appetizers to start. One is a stracciatelle cheese with figs that you make your own little crostinis.
You hear me crunch?
I do hear you crunch, but that's the sound of a good crostini. Hibachi crudo with yellowtail and jalapeno. So fresh. Nice hit of the spice, and a wedge with some candied walnuts.
I don't want to fill up on all the appetizers.
No, don't, because we have steak and shrimp and halibut coming. This is a filet and shrimp with mashed potatoes and roasted asparagus, and then a halibut with a sunchoke puree, and then here, I mean, the piece de resistance. Beautiful beefsteak tomatoes with blistered blue cheese on the top. Oh my goodness, my little tomato pie.
How's your little tomato?
Amazing.
I did not save room for dessert, but this looks too good not to try.
This is a blondie banana cream pie with caramel sauce. So say it 3 times fast. Blondie banana
cream pie with caramel sauce. I'm just gonna eat. I'm not gonna talk anymore. Good thing we don't have any more stops to make today. But if you want to try some of the other new spots, where should we go, Marie?
There's a fab new spot in Patchogue that's right on the water in the channel called Sandbar. Ruby Rosa has come out from the city and now has docked in East Hampton. Laudio's has some new concepts going on the North Fork.
I can't start the summer without a toast with you, Marie.
Of course.
And what a great place to do it at this big, new, beautiful bar.
Cheers
to summer
2025.
Looks great. For more summer dining spots, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. You can see more on all of these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and all of the other streaming services that you see here. I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.